If they give you the silent treatment, run for the hills. He doesn't know how to communicate. The first time they hang up on you, run for the hills. It won't be the last. If he walks in front of you, run for the hills. He's a narcissist. If he goes through the door before you, run for the hills. He doesn't have any home training. The very first time he looks at you crazy, run for the hills. He could be abusive. Raises his voice at you, there's more to come. Run for the hills. The first time he makes you cry, run for the hills. It won't be the last. If he does make you cry and he looks at you with a blank stare, run for the hills fast. He's a narcissist and he does not have any emotional intelligence or empathy for others. Because if you can see someone cry and you don't console them or you don't have any emotional reaction, you are disconnected from your own emotions, so that will never get better. Run for the hills. If he is moody and you can never tell what version of him you're going to get, run for the hills. You will always be on an emotional roller coaster. If he hangs up on you, he has no respect for you. Run for the hills. Stonewalls you and he acts like you're not in the room while you're talking to him. He is manipulative and he is trying to control you and get you to fawn over him. Run for the hills. If he is selfish and he's always looking to receive in the relationship, he is not there to give or provide. Run for the hills. If you're just meeting them and they talk excessively about themselves, they are not interested in you or anything you have to say, and they're usually probably selfish. Run for the hills. If he is defensive and can't take feedback, run for the hills. He does not respect your opinion and he will never want to hear anything that you have to say that's outside of what he wants to hear. Run for the hills. If he has poor hygiene, self-explanatory, run for the hills. If he has more than one child's mother, more than one ex-wife, or children that he does not see or support, it will not get better and you will be the next child's mother. You will be the next divorcee. This is a habit and a lifestyle for them. If you don't want to be the next one, run for the hills. If he does not have a stable work history and cannot keep a job for more than 6 months to a year, he's probably a homosexual and he probably has a history of quitting his jobs. So that does not speak of stability. Run for the hills. Last but not least, actually this is probably the most important one. If he does not have a good relationship with his mother and speaks negatively about her in any form or fashion, or any female caregiver that has provided for them or sacrificed for them, run for the hills. I can speak from personal experience. Never, ever date a man that speaks negatively about his mother. And the way that you find out, you ask. You ask them, when was the last time you spoke to your mom? If you see any resistance or any frown or any micro expression on their face that speaks to negativity towards his mother figure or female caregiver, run for the hills. It will not get better.